Describe the essence of speech as a phenomenon in human life. Speech is a higher mental activity. It's a manifestation and reflection of our being. From speech, you can understand a person's internal state. The main purpose of speech is the exchange of information, conveying information, expressing thoughts and feelings by reproducing information. Describe the chain of processes that form speech. First, a feeling appears, that is the intention to say something. Then, by directing our attention, we think about what we are going to reproduce. We understand what word or semantic block we will reproduce. Next, we switch to action mode, that is, we use our voice. Along with the voice, using the muscles of articulation, which are created for coordinated work, we give words the proper form. It's like faceting a stone. The words themselves consist of a stream of vowel sounds. We overlay consonants on them. We always pronounce words together, that is, we form them into semantic blocks, which usually consist of 4 to 6 words. Also, one of the most important elements of speech formation is breathing. You can't speak in a tense state without supplying air. No matter what happens, you must not stop breathing. Breathing can be divided into deep breaths and small additional breaths. We only speak on the exhale naturally. Try to speak on the inhale, right? But some people, they don't get it and they force it, and at the moment of a speech block, well, that's a whole other story, separate techniques. This is just the basic theory, right? Because for the task, specifically on the basics, describe, that is, answers to certain questions. Describe a couple or more examples of how our mental state is reflected in our body. Also, give an example of how this works in reverse, according to the principle of feeling, thought, action. Nervousness and self-doubt affect breathing. When frightened, a person begins to either breathe less frequently or not breathe at all. And when there is no breath, there is no pressure, and it becomes impossible to speak. I've also had situations where during moments of anxiety I would speak and get out of breath, meaning I didn't allow myself to take those additional breaths. Conversely, there were situations when I was very interested in talking about a certain topic. There were also people around whom I felt very confident. I got pleasure from the process of speaking. I remember that at that time nothing was tense, my breathing was working, I didn't clench my lips, and because of that I felt this flow of vowel sounds. Only now have I realized why it was so easy for me to talk at that moment. What the ability to perform a desired action includes. And here you should pay closer attention, right? Because it's not just some little trick, some dumb technique. No, it's psychology, thoughts, attention, your general attitude towards something, some kind of structure. That is, it's already forming, That is, someone who is, let's say, particularly quick-witted can get something out of even this. Perhaps tweak it, refine it, and do themselves an immense favor.